All right, here we go again. Here we go again. Hear that dog barking outside then. Gonna take a quick drink, have a couple minutes before we get started. I'm not going to waste as much time on this one. Go through the grid within about a couple minutes, I think, is probably the best way of doing this one. Currently on the second round of the day, then I'll probably skip through and do Spa as well in the same period of time, potentially, before food. But wait and see how that goes. Just gonna make a very quick message with this particular race. I have no idea what's going on for next season yet, so I'll deal with that as that comes along. Once it looks like I know what the tiers are, then I'll start figuring it out. Yeah, we'll go in a minute. Here. Hey, Jack. Maybe I am not, Ross. That very much depends on what is going on. Let's see. Let's run through we've been on for a couple of minutes now. Let's see how it's going to happen. Let's go through this group. This group in here then. How qualifying went at Monza No Chicane before we do 9 laps in the sprint. And I think it's 24 in the feature. So we've got Mitchell on the softs in the second of the Jaguars there in here in tier 4 then. It'll be Jin's teammate for now then, new to the league. New to the GT side of the league, F1, well, legend, I guess, is probably the appropriate way of phrasing that. Got Major in second, Radiate in third, Aurak in fourth, Bruschetti in fifth. I assume everyone is on a soft tyre because there really is no reason to change it. Beaumont in sixth in the Mercedes, looking at him to do something better than what he did in Sardinia. Then Jin in seventh, the championship leader. He's in a Jaguar. I'm not entirely sure why he's that far back. We're about to see if he can improve on that. Then we've got Janik in 8th, Gru in 9th in the McLaren, Chuck Norris in 10th, goes back for a second week straight in 11th in the Ferrari, Ben in 12th, Tetropolis in 13th, Monken in 14th, 15th for Juho and 16th for Ad. So coming off of a double win, the Lexuses are not in a good spot. Qualifying here in the sprint. But with everyone on the soft tyres, we are going for 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. It's not a great start there for the Jaguar whatsoever. The Z4, however, off to a blistering start. There is no chicane down where turn 1 would normally be. It is the no chicane layout, so we don't have a run of about a couple hundred meters down into turn 1. We have it all the way down to now. Here's turn 1. Long right-hander here, followed by the first chicane, which is now 2 and 3, which we're about to come up with the Jaguar and the Z4 side by side. We've already got people pushing their way through. Radiate gone deep in the back of the field there. Beaumont's up in a third. Radiate's all over the place. There's someone clearly out into the gravel and saw around, so we'll go back and take a second look at all of this. Someone was very clear off the track. We'll see what Jin, I think it is Jin that was off the track. We'll see what happened to him. Going through Bruschetti and Beaumont came together. Oh, but oh, it's just collisions left, right, and centre, and oh, Jin gets shoved out. And Aurak goes round as well, and I'm not entirely sure who caused that. Let's see if we can find a better angle of all of that. The absolute mess to start in the first chicane here at Monza. Gusback gets nice and when he just lags forward, and then Gru gets a bit of Aurak as he hits Aurak round. That's just carnage from a few drivers there into turn 2, and yeah, it's a Monza. I'm not sure what I expected. J-Nick and Tetropolis side by side to the first of the Lesmos, now towards the second of the Lesmos. See if J-Nick can get himself in front. He has. Tetropolis is still ahead of Ads, who's got from last to 10th. Monken the long way round. They're hitting a lot of the AstroTurf there. We head down towards the Ascari now. For the second of the major slipstream zones in this one. J-Nick in last now then. Bendit and Bendit to 14, but Aurak at the back as well. Major still ahead of Mitchell with Beaumont in third. And someone having a bit of a mess. Someone's in the wall back there. We'll see if I think that is Chuck Norris. I think that was a very recognisable yellow on the car there. We'll see if it is Chuck Norris, who looks like he's just gone deep and then just could not hold the car. And it is Chuck Norris into the wall. Heavy shunt right to the back of the grid. That'll probably be the end of this sprint race now then. Juho and Bendit looking side by side as they head into Parabolica. I don't think Juho's putting up any fight whatsoever because Bendit has got himself in front. Bendit up into 12th. There you go, Monken and Tetropolis. Ads has got himself up into 9th now. J-Nick followed behind Gru, currently in 7th. Goes back in 6th. And Radiate in 5th. Was 3rd for a small period of time. He's trying to find his way back. They've got Bruschetti, who's currently in 4th, defending well against the Supra. They head in a straight line towards the chicane for the second time. A little bit of a switch back between the two of them. Bruschetti goes wide. Radiate comes short. Bruschetti is still fine for now, getting a lot of the sausage curbs on the way through. In the end, he is still ahead. Gusback picks up 1.5. And that's where, well, the penalties are going to come into play now. Let's actually have a look and see what happened at the lead of the race here. I think, Mitchell looked like he got him in front before turn 1 even hit. Major now has a bit of a fight to try and take to the Jaguar now. Let's see if he can try and hold on, potentially win this race. Martini Jaguar taking advantage for now then. See, Gusback got the penalty from earlier. Tetropolis is back ahead of Ads. Monken's still ahead of Bendit. And then Juho after that. Then it's Jin and Aurak at 30th and 40th with J-Nick now at the back of the group. And then at the rear of the entire field is Chuck Norris by quite some way. Jaguar straight line speed here should be the determining factor, quite frankly. Shouldn't really have too many more issues from here on out. Monza not a particularly high tyre wear track either. Not in this sprint race anyway. I wonder if anyone's two-stopping in the feature race itself, because I think I might lose my mind if they do. Beaumont's in 3rd, the Bruschetti, Radiate dropped off the back, Gru's in 6th, Gusback in 7th after his 1.5. And Gusback has dropped all the way back to the claws of Tetropolis now. I'm very interested to see what is happening here then. There's a lot of cars in a row down the straight. I think that one of them is a Jaguar trying to make his way through. He's lagging himself a little bit back there. Juho on the inside of Bendit. If I was Jin, I'd probably use that mech to get past the Lexus. You need to get past him because he's your closest championship rival. Juho does get past Bendit. Jin does not. Looks like Bendit's going to try and force this one the long way round. He's definitely not in the position to make any sort of move there. It's a position you don't want to find yourself in, realistically, on the outside of turn 2 here, because it will open up so many doors to being hit off the track. go through. J-Nick's got a half-second penalty there in 15th. Let's see if we can go further forward, see if we got any sort of moves taking place down it towards the front three. It looks like Bichetti. Oh, Monken's off the track! Duro's going to go past Monken. Bendit's getting himself all over the place trying to get around as well. Jin's just going to take the easy way round. Potentially so is Orak. And they both do go past Monken, so Monken dropped to 14th. J-Nick takes the half-second penalty, so Monken will be safe for now. But headed down the straight, it looks like Bendit's all about focusing and forcing Jin off the track, and he's forced himself off the track in good measure. I'm not entirely sure what the plan was there, to be honest with you. Let's have another look at this. Bendit moves, he kind of just shuts off the door there, and then just forgets that he's on the track. It's just wild. It's just wild. Just cost himself 10th. Potential chance at 10th with Juho up the road there. For no reason whatsoever. Over the line with those three, not far between Orak, Monken and Jin. Jin now looks to the inside. He won't have the slipstream, but he had the faster car. He goes to try and take Orak again. And he is going to stay ahead of Orak for now. Is he going to be able to get anywhere near Monken to really force the issue, trying to get himself close to that top 10? The championship leader at this point in time is scoring nothing from this race. And the second place in the championship just yeeted himself off the track. You see in the background there, that's Bendit trying to get past Nick, and he does. He's back up in the 14th. See if Jin will get past Monken down the straight here. The Super not bad in the straight line either. Both of these cars realistically going to test their might down the straight. Into Ascari, side by side. Jin is ahead of Monken and into 11th. A little bit further forward, still Juho from Ads from Tetropolis here. Gus back had a penalty again to serve. This might put him behind Tetropolis. Now it will. Will Ads go by? Ads is going to go by. Will Juho go by? And Gus back has dropped to 10th. Monken is fighting Jin again. And they're going to go side by side round Parabolica. And nothing again going for the Supra or the M6 in that van. A little bit further forward. Grew's still on his own. And Beaumont and Radiator side by side as we head toward turn 1. Also with Bichetti and Major. I think Bichetti's just gone up into second. Up past the Z4. Radiate up ahead of Beaumont as well for the time being. Up in the 4th for Radiate. Up in the 2nd for Bichetti. Major just getting a wrong angle there. Radiate's gone deep. Radiate's gone very deep, and he is now in the 5 of Grew, and Grew's gone by. He needs to get himself up to speed before Tetropolis gets here. Which I think he may have done, and Tetropolis picked up 1.5 for good measure. Looks like Monken's had a bit of a mare. Oh, Monken's off the track. We'll get a good look at this one then. He had an advantage over Jin there. They headed into the first chicane. It's just so deep. Oh, and then gets a little bit of contact on the way through to force it onto the gravel, but it really is just a line error there from Monken. Uh-oh. Here Chuck Norris gets out the way. Beautiful. Tetropolis at 1.5. Radiate is right there in 6th after the mistake on the earlier in the lap. Right now, no one has really touched Mitchell since Major dropped off the back of him. There you go, Tetropolis. So we'll see where Tetropolis drops to. There goes Ads past. That should be Gus back going through. Juho's picked up 2 seconds as well. But he will go through for now. Tetropolis might get back up to speed before Jin gets here. And he will get up to speed before Jin gets here. Juho 2 seconds on the next lap. Might actually drop him outside that top 10. I'll give Jin another point advantage in the championship. Fair enough. It's no, even if he did touch him, it wasn't even remotely enough contact to make him go anywhere, so... Either way, it was an unforced error, realistically. Regardless of the way you paint it. Radiate's still ahead of Ads right now, then goes back, and then Duo's 2-second penalties, and then with Tetropolis behind him, Jin in 11th, and then Orak in 12th with Bendit behind them there. In the back of the screen is the back three who are just starting to fall off the pace. Encho has quite a substantial advantage, and I think that advantage is about to extend even further because Brechetti's got 2.5 seconds worth of penalties. Oh, and that's going to be game, set, match for this race then. I really don't see a way that Jaguar is going to drop it from here, to be honest with you. Major's now going to take second place, but we've established already that after lap 2, he really hasn't had the pace to keep up. And then Beaumont's going to slip into the podium place, and he'll take that every day of the week. Gru should be too far away from Brechetti to really make any hash of this into Parabolica, and he is. Yeah, and Brechetti is still ahead of Gru for now then. The only issue for Brechetti is now the McLaren is going to have a slipstream down the back straight. Now to top that horrible 6th gear just a little bit. Gru's going to help him with a little bit of bump draft as well. We head down towards turn 1 here on lap 7 of 9. Radiate and Ads are not far off the back of each other in the back of the shot as well. Don't really know if there's going to be anything in that, but oh, someone's had a bit of a mare in the background there. I'm not entirely sure who that is. I think it was one of the blue cars here. We'll see who's had an absolute nightmare down into the first chicane. And we're going to get a good camera angle of it. Oh, it's Radiate again. Another time. He has just absolutely botched the chicane. It's cost him another 2 positions in this race. Drop down to 8th for Tetropolis is the car that's going to chase him again. After the penalty, I think that is Juho, yeah, in 13th now, off the back of Bendit. Right now, Jin snatching a point and reverse grid pole. Even though I think by this point, we might be sending that one in the way of Tetropolis. Oh, we might not be! We might not be! That didn't look great! Tetropolis is well off the track! What has happened there? That man is facing sideways before we even get into Ascari. A little bit of contact. Oh, yeah, more and more contact. And it's Jin and Tetropolis there to Ascari. I don't know if Jin was just not expecting him to break that early. Definitely caught the rear of the car, that's for certain. Tetropolis is going to go straight to the back. -1. Championship leader getting involved in all sorts of incidents in this one. Bendit might be about to snatch reverse grid pole then, with 2 laps to go. That is currently the position of Orak in 10th. Going forward, Major and Beaumont. Beaumont trying to get himself into second place. And has done, and he's got past Major to do so. Beaumont is on fire right now in this race. Major has just volleyed. What's happened there? I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Why is Major just giving that up? Why is Beaumont just giving that up? We go through. We see Major absolutely volley the barrier there. Oh, it just looked like a snap. It is just a snap for Beaumont. He drops himself down into 3rd again. After the work to get the 2nd position off Major, he has to do it all over again in the next corner. Now the 2nd Lesmos now. If he goes, he's got a chance down to Ascari. We'll see if he's going to take advantage of that chance. No, he is not. He's far too far away into Ascari. Major doing enough to hold second right now. We'll see. Yeah, and Beaumont still really trying to get onto the back of Major. Doing a good job of it as well, trying to just force the issue. He might get one more chance at this if he can get a good exit out parabolic here, Beaumont. Last lap, we'll get another chance at Major if he can do it right. See, not very many people in Tier 4 taking the line up to the up toward the pit barrier. I think Beaumont's not getting close enough to Major here. Albeit that gap closed down a lot there. Down toward turn 1. Beaumont's got a nice run now. Major might be under fire. Here comes Beaumont into the first chicane. Gets him for now. They're still side by side, but a little bit of gravel being kicked up by the Mercedes being ahead of that Z4. And he's up in a second, and he's into second properly this time. No mistake on the exit of turn 3. He's just got a scar to bear with now. And further down, adds it in 5th. Goes back 6th, Grew in 7th. Jin is at 8th now. Orak in 9th, and Radiator's got himself back in the 10th. Bennett still outside of that point scoring range. And if you're Jin, you're loving that statement. Monken and Chuck Norris, are just trying to push themselves closer to the front of the pack, but they aren't going to be able to do much of the damage now. It's too little, too late. As we go round Parabolica one last time with the man that hasn't been touched since lap 2. We'll go and rewatch that second place in a minute as Mitchell comes over the line to win on his debut. Wins the sprint race there at Monza in Tier 4 Blue. Relatively untouched from lap 2. Major and Beaumont side by side into Parabolica. That inside line should still be advantage Mercedes. Trying to hang it the long way around is Major, trying to get himself in a second. Hasn't been able to do it. And Beaumont will hang on desperately for second place in the end. Major will get 3rd, Bichetti will get 4th, Ads will come 5th as he builds on a race win last time out. Gus back in 6th, Grew in 7th, Jin in 8th, Orak in 9th, Radiate will hang on for 10th, Bendit in 11th, Juho 12th. Who's going to get 13th and 14th out? Chuck Norris and Monken. I think Chuck Norris has stolen 13th for the end. He has at the line. And Chuck Norris will get 13th to Monken's 14th, Tetropolis and 15th. And J. Nick has had a couple of races to forget since winning in Daytona, I think might be the best way to phrase that. He comes over the line now to end off the sprint race here at Monza No Chicane. All right, let's go. Find the feature race from the Monza No Chicane then. And there we go. Found it. It says it's loading up for the actual second race of the day. We'll see what is going to happen here then. Display got Radiator out front then, so he was 10th in the first race. He is going to be first now with very good pole. Also added in that last race then, just to add to it, that Jin ended in points. Bendit did not, so that's 3 points extra in the championship lead that Jin has gained in the first race. That gap is almost nearing a full race tally at this point. Well, he won't be able to win the title this race, but if this doesn't go well for Bendit, then we might be in a position to crown champion in Spa. Spa will be an absolute wild card, however. All right, so Radiate in first to start off on the hard tyres. Soft Zorak, and please, for the love of God, don't two-stop Monza. Please. You can't tell me you genuinely did the math for this. I swear to God, if I see a goddamn two-stop with soft, I Jesus Christ. It's Monza. It's a speed track. Why? The pit lane's a fucking year and a half long. I beg that's just a one-stop medium soft. I beg that that's doable. But if someone's already starting on the hard tyre, then I doubt it. Mediums for Jin, mediums for Gru. Gus back on mediums as well. Hards for Adjun, say in 6th. Bichetti in the medium tyre there in the BMW in 7th. Major on mediums, with same for Beaumont and for Mitchell as well. In the top 10. Hard to Bendit in 11th. Mediums for Juho and for Chuck Norris in 12th and 13th. For Monken in 14th. For Janik in 50th. All on the medium tire. I'm not entirely sure who we lost in the middle of all this. But either way, let's get going. Hard tyres at the front of the grid. This could be very interesting to start then. Here we go, we're off to the races as we cross the line for the first time. We've got a good shot of everyone doing it. Radiate leads from Orak in 2nd. And Jin has got off to a much better start than the M6 had, that's for certain. He looked to try and push Orak through already. Radiate is already being swallowed up by the pack. That lead did not last very long in the slightest. Orak takes the lead on the soft tyre. Jin looking for second, looking for a position here. I don't really know, couldn't see an awful lot. It looks like Jin has got ahead. Oh, someone's in the wall! Someone is in the wall already, so we'll go to the back and see what's going on here. Got Giro trying to get his way through. We'll watch from Bendit's point of view then. Mitchell's in front. Mitchell breaks early. Bendit's trying to go the long way round for some reason. Gets himself in. You're in trouble if you end down there. If you end out there, you're in trouble. There is no reason to have gone for the outside there at all. Just unnecessary. He could put himself in a major issue, a point to get taken out of the race straight away for no reason. I just don't understand why you'd go for 3 wide into turn 2 there. Bichetti and Ad side by side down into Ascari then. Let's see if we can avoid an incident here. Ad's on the inside looking to make a move. Still there. Bichetti is still there as well. They're still side by side for Ascari. And Bichetti's got a launch out the corner. That did not. He'd been swallowed up by the group. 3, 4 overtakes happened on the Ads in the corner there. And he drops all the way to 10th. The hard tyre not serving. Oh, we got 3 wide again! What are we doing? What are we doing? Boys, what on earth? 3 wide into Parabolica. This is never going to work. This was too wide to begin with. Bichetti breaks early and Major's just forced himself into a hole that doesn't exist. Yeah. That's trying to thread a needle to find a way through the middle of the two. Pray that he could just bully his way through there. Don't think Major realised what was about to happen. There we go, Bichetti off the track already. I think he's not going to be. He's going to be in the well, a very less happy boat there, I think, because he punted off the track there. Major in 12th, just only dropped a couple of places. Duo remained unchecked. And still at the lead of this group. And we've got more carnage down into the second chicane. Let's see what happened this time. It's this Beaumont and this Monken. It is Beaumont and Monken. Oh, Monken just hit the back of the Mercedes. They've both gone off. Mitchell got past him on the gravel. Chuck Norris has managed to get his way through as well. Chuck Norris has got them both. Chuck Norris has done exceptionally well there. And Beaumont just gets himself back in front of the Jaguar as well. That's well done from Beaumont to hang on. Chuck Norris just about hangs on to his car there at the second let's man. And at the front, in this mid-pack, it is absolute carnage already. That's just back in the fight here. We're too wide with Beaumont and Chuck Norris down into Ascari. Chuck Norris has a little bit of an advantage. Still on the track, gets himself fully in front now. That's one unable to fight the Jaguar as well. Major looking to get himself back involved. We might be going back to the 3 wide situation. Down towards Parabolica here. Major just slightly ahead of the Lexus who's got the inside line. Major trying to go the long way round again. A little bit more contact then between him and Ads. And Ads has held position. Well, Ads for now, but Major switched to the inside. I think Major's going to have a run here. Major is going to have a run. He might be ahead of that Lexus already. He is on the softer compound and he is ahead. And Mitchell just going to switch it to the 3 wide up ahead. Fighting for 6. He's ahead of Chuck Norris who's lost out to both of them now. And Mitchell side by side with Beaumont. A little bit of the squeeze. Beaumont's still there. Still hanging it on the inside of the Jaguar. Beaumont doing a very good job to hang himself in there as well. They're still side by side for the second chicane. And I think that was the Jaguar that came out on top there. It is. We've got a penalty for Major in behind. Chuck Norris not able to get alongside on Beaumont there. So Norris has Major has a penalty. That's behind him, and Monk and probably Juho as well will all get him into the penalty line. Janik will be just there and thereabouts. Bichetti and Bennett still tailed off from the group. Hads and Monken now going side by side into Ascari. Monken ahead. Monken is definitely ahead. They go bumping each other through Ascari. A little bit of lift off there for Ads, but nonetheless still as you were. Ads has a second penalty now as well. I guess that could only have been for cutting the inside of Ascari there on the exit. Major's just served his penalty. We're now going to go 2 sets of 2 wide. Major just forced out just a little bit there. Oh, there's more contact! Ads and Juho. What's happened here? Ads is wide. He comes back across. Oh, he come over too much. Juho just the wrong place, the wrong time, and now has a lot less speed and has got to catch up to the pack. Janik has got himself out ahead of Juho now then. Now to drop to the back of the grid with a second penalty. Bichetti has seen so many incidents in front of him that he might actually have a chance to get back involved. Beaumont ahead of Chuck Norris then. For 7th place right now. The group at the front, 2 by very close in duets at the moment. Orak has got himself a decent size advantage out in front. I am very much hoping that he isn't 2-stopping it, because the 1-stop was very tight in the first place, if I remember right, at Monza. 15.9 was what I believe was the one stop in Monza, or there or thereabouts. I think if you were on the medium tyre, you probably would be in a better position here, to be honest with you. The soft do wear a ton already, especially if you have to go 9 to try and make that medium soft work, or soft medium. Going on softs in this first stint it's going to be questionable, I'll say that much. I hope it's not. I genuinely do hope it's not a two-stop. And short up ahead of Radiate, which means Beaumont is not. They should not be that far away. And yep, there you go. There's the Mercedes involved now, and Chuck Norris as well. You've got Mitchell and Grew looking for 5th and 4th. And then Beaumont and Radiate looking to try and swap 5th and 6th and 7th potentially. Here comes Beaumont to the long side of Radiate. Here's the head for now. We'll have to go the long way all the way around turn 1 to keep it together. Mitchell's got ahead of Grew. In a very similar fashion to what we're watching with Beaumont now. Beaumont is definitely alongside. We'll have the inside line in the first part of the chicane. They're still side by side. Radiate gets squeezed a little bit to the inside. XDR sausage curb and loses out to Chuck Norris as well. Chuck Norris might be looking at the inside of Beaumont. Doesn't get it. Grew now in front of the Mercedes. This might be a too wide into the second Les mode. Actually, it's not going to be because Beaumont just sent it. And that is how you send a move with conviction. Picked his spot very early on and made it work. Now defending the inside of Ascari. Chuck Norris is going to try and use Beaumont to get past Grew just a little bit here. That Merc did a magnificent move there in the second Les mode. Here comes Chuck Norris, the inside of Grew now. Chuck Norris on the inside. Can he get it sorted? Or is Grew just going to go the long way around and hold it? He's not. He's gone too wide. And Chuck Norris with the short line has got himself in a major advantage of a position there. And gets himself ahead. And Radiate should also clear the McLaren being in a straight line here. To be honest with you, the Super might clear them both. The Super might make this 3 wide. Grew's got himself back ahead of Chuck Norris. Radiate is definitely making himself known. He's got the inside line on the Ferrari at the very least. At the head of the Ferrari, either going to be able to get the McLaren at the same time, the same junction. No, he is not. Oh, he doesn't look like he got the chicane right either. Hit the inside curve again. The car was almost facing sideways. Radiate just being a little bit too loose right now. Going forward, Jin and Gus back second and third. Clear advantage of the rest of, well, of fourth and not behind right now. Looks like Beaumont defending from Grew again. These 4 putting on some spectacular racing right now. Oh, Chuck Norris again! He's off the track entirely. It's much like the sprint race. The same part of Ascari got him again. That is unfortunate for Chuck Norris. Trying to get himself up and running again. He hasn't really been able to do it yet, but Jake Nick is going to go straight on by. That is not having fun, I think is the best way of putting that right now. Juho and Major side by side down the straight. We'll go forward in a minute, see if anything's going on, but right now Juho and Major are fighting it out for that 9th place. I am fairly shocked to see that people aren't working together down straight here, especially when slipstream matters so much. We are literally at the temple of speed. Looks like Juho is ahead of Major there in turn 1. Major unable to respond into the first chicane. Juho well over the sausage curve there. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, it looked like he was well over. And here's a 1.5 for Juho here. Gru overtaken momentarily and now fully by Radiate. Radiate's back up in the 6th. Beaumont in front of that. Mitchell is slowly closing in on Gusbach in 3rd. And Gusbach, I think, has a 2-second time penalty. He does. Absolutely does have a 2-second time penalty. That'll bring him right back into the clutches of the Jaguar, and the Jaguar is just going to go straight by. Is he going to get closed in enough by Beaumont? That's the question now. Cleared. Gru and company behind. It looks like Gusbach is just too far away for Beaumont to really get involved. Aurak is in the pit after 7 laps. So there's no hope in hell in him getting to the end. No hope in hell in him getting to the end here. The question is, what kind of car? I think that's another set of softs. I think that's another set of softs. It is another set of softs. Aurak is 2 stopped. There is no way 2 stopping Monza's quicker. Even less so when people are genuinely about to tense medium soft. There is no reason for this. Oh god. Well, that's a strategy blunder. Bendit, that's not the track. He's off the track at the first chicane there. You're going to cost him a bunch of time there to Aurak. Brichetti still ahead of Juho as well. Got Major and Radiate right beside each other here, 7 and 8. Radiate was 7, dropped behind Monken now. Monken got himself up into 6, he's right behind Gru as well. The Supers are starting to make their way forward. We also got Beaumont and Gusbach. So Beaumont is starting to make a move as well. Obviously Gusbach overtaken by Mitchell on that last lap, and Mitchell has only got his teammate to go, and that's what I mean. Nobody has been really taking that inside line, that pit lane cut. Realistically saving a couple of tenths maybe. In this race so far, you can see that Mitchell and Gusbach have clicked on. Track does not penalise you for going all the way up to the pit wall at Monza. We've got Beaumont and Gusbach right beside each other at this point in time. Be very interesting here then to see how this unfolds. See if the Merc can get anything out of this. Major versus Monken. Major's going for it. He got past Radiate a lap ago. He's got past Monken now into the second Lesmo. He's up at a 6. He's starting to fight his way back. You can see the McLaren in front of him. Here comes Monken straight away. No let up in the fight at this point in time. We're almost, there's a penalty in the background. I'm not sure who that's for. It's 2.5 for Brichetti. And Major has cleared Monken just a little bit. The 2 Supers a little bit dodgy on the exit of Ascari there. We'll see if there's going to be any sort of move. Monken's gone a bit wide there, I think. Major's going to go straight after Gru. Major's got him straight down the inside. Major's got a far superior line as well through that corner. The wide line is not it. And Major now, if he can hold on with the slipstream, well, without the slipstream, is going to get a chance to drive clear. He's going to come to the inside on the apex, make sure Gru's going to have no easily available opportunities. Monken's looking at the inside of the McLaren now. This is great news for Major. Gru, you're starting to feel the pressure just a little bit. We'll see, yeah, Gru holds on against Monken for now. Second of the lights modes. We've seen a couple of moves into here today. We're not going to see another one. We might down the end of Ascaria. Gru has dropped off the back of Major already. The slipstream not going to be as powerful, which means these Supras are going to get an excellent opportunity. But it's going to have to be the long way round to Ascari. Side by side, contact between the two of them. Monken is ahead. Monken has done that fairly well, actually. Oh, until the exit. Really is not liking the exit of Ascari today, is Monken, that's for certain. Neither is Chuck Norris, but he is fairly tailed off now. Jens, the championship leader, still leads this race so far. Radiate on the inside of the McLaren, and the two Supras have made moves. The two Supras ahead of the McLaren now as we head down the home straight. Beaumont currently has the fastest lap of the race so far. If he starts to try and chase down Gusbach, who's very much cleared into the distance now, third in this race. Mitchell not that far off of his teammate. And they're both going to sail to a very good result if they continue like this. Because, well, Aurak has two-stopped the one race that really, really, really should not have two-stopped. I thought Brazil was bad for the attempted two-stop. You'd need one hell of a gap in Brazil for that to work. Here, there's not enough corners. There's just simply not enough corners for you to even try it. And it looks like Aurak has gone ahead and done so. Oh, through, goes back, still ahead of Beaumont. Major in 5th, Radiate in 6th, Monken in 7th. Those two switch positions. Aurak! Oh, we've got problems again! As we head down to Ascari, Gru on the outside. Juho and Aurak has got himself ahead, but really the angle of approach never really gave Juho any space to work with. And I think that Juho, the one that's lost out there, yeah, Juho was on the gravel. Bichetti's going to go the long way round on him. Trying to keep his car under control there, but he is ahead of Juho nonetheless. Bendit is here as well. That's Chuck Norris a long way down the straight, still ahead of J. Nick and Ads, who have really had days to forget, realistically. Oh, Bichetti's off the track now! What has happened there? Oh, he's missed the braking point. He's missed the braking point and then slid the car because the M6 traction. And he just still hasn't got control of the car again yet. And now the AstroTurf is going to make it even worse. He's lost out to Bendit now as well. A major opportunity has just fallen by the wayside there. So Major and Chuck have gone into the pits. I can only assume there's hard tyres going on. If you're two-stopping from back here, I don't know what to tell you. I guess this is the equivalent of trying to roll the dice. Oh, we got fights again! 3 wide into turn 2. Bendit clearly did not learn his lesson. He survived that one though. We'll have a second look at that. Almost identical to the one in the earlier parts of the lap. Yeah, Bendit clearly did not learn his lesson there at all. Brichetti, everyone somehow stayed as it was. It's more impressive that 3 wide didn't kill anybody there. Oh, Brichetti into the back of Bendit! Yep, and he's going to let him back through straight away. That does allow Juho to disappear off into the distance now then. Well then, a lot of things happening at once. Wonder what the pit stops were then. So Major's gone on to hard, so that felt fairly obvious. He's got a 2-second time penalty as well, so he must have not acclimatized to the hard very quickly. And Chuck Norris is also on hard tyres, so nothing out of the ordinary pit stop wise from those two. We know Aurak is on soft tyres and is back in the 7th, but given the fact that everyone has to pit, he is currently in 7th after starting at the front. Let's see if we can get any sort of moves going on here then. We know Aurak's on soft, we know Monka's on the mediums. Not a lot has changed out in front yet. Aurak not getting anything there either. 41.7 on the last lap for Aurak. A second penalty for Monken. And we might see something happen now then. Is there going to be any sort of move into the second Lesmo for Aurak? He's on the inside. Camera angle didn't give it any sort of justice there in the slightest. They're still side by side here. As they head all the way down towards the Scari. Who's going to have advantage? It's going to be Aurak. Won't even wait. Yeah, Aurak won't even wait for that penalty marker. It's now 2 seconds long for Monken to hit. And he is now going to serve his penalty as he drops right back towards Gru and Juho in 8th and 9th. By Jin, still ahead of Mitchell for now. Those two very much just driving off into the distance, seeing how far they can go. Monken's into the pits now then. Gusbach is still on his tyres as well. And rear left is starting to fade away. And Beaumont is doing a lot better. The front's being his issue. It's probably going to suit him a lot more around here. See how long it takes for that Mercedes to come back. The hard's still in very good shape. I'm surprised he's not elected to come off them yet. And that the mediums could realistically do 15. I mean, I'm very surprised that the Radiator hasn't elected to come off the hard tyre. It didn't look good there. I think there was a little bit of gravel being kicked up, some tyre tracks left in the gravel there. Continue on in lap 14 of 24. Looks like Aurak is right up to the back of Radiate now. Radiate sliding a little bit. Aurak has got to run. Is it a good enough run though? M6 versus Supra. In a straight line, you would fancy the Supra. Slipstream, you might just give it to the M6. It isn't going to happen that way here. Radiate is hanging that inside line right now. And very much has kept himself in front. Gusbach has gone into the pits. Beaumont is out of fuel. So is Aurak, and so is Radiate. All of them had to pit on this lap. No fuel saving happening at all here then. Two at the front in that Jaguar, doing a good job getting at least one more lap out of this. Gru, Bendit also staying out. The fuel tank on that Lexus should really help in this kind of race. It is definitely a fuel race in this one. Aurak into the, yes, Aurak's onto mediums. Duo on into the pits. Bichetti into the pits. Obviously hard went on already. Janik is going one more lap. Duo just come out on soft, so you've got to get those fuel to go. That's the main thing at this point. What they should do, and keep the tyres for 10 laps. Juho is very good at his tyre saving. 10 laps on the soft, however, it's still potentially pushing it. We'll see how people react to this then. Softs going on most of the cars. Bendit on hard to start with. Mediums for Gru, Mitchell and Jin. And in comes the Jaguars. Mitchell and Jin, same fuel, pretty much identical there. The last couple of laps have just been slightly better advantage in Jin's favour. You can imagine the Gru currently on lap 15, potentially going to go one more. He is going to go one more. Done a lot of fuel saving here as Gru in the McLaren. Maybe the potential of sacrifice at some of his pace, to be honest with you. But so Gru is going to take the lead of this race. Jin and Mitchell have come out in third and fourth, ahead of Gus back by quite some distance. And Bendit and Gru still have to pit. Jin and Mitchell side by side. I think Mitchell just overtaken him for the lead of the race. Jin's going to go straight back. And nothing's going to happen there. Jin overtaken for the lead. As Mitchell has gone for one, gone for broke twice now. Won the sprint race as a result of the first one. He's gone on Jin here and might be about to set up for a double. Bendit and Gru start to pit out in front. Top three all Dutchmen at the moment. You can imagine that this is going to be Gru's pit stop lap. Quite frankly, Bendit, if he wanted to go one more, probably could. I'm very intrigued to see if Bendit does go one more here. Bendit is going to go one more. That's interesting. I wonder if he'd let himself be undercut too much again. Oh, Mitchell and Jin, second and third, because they can see Bendit out in front of him. Bendit might be about to gain a few positions though because of his run. It's fuel tank here. The Lexus fuel tank is playing a massive part in this one. Beaumont and Gus back. Beaumont to the inside. Beaumont's going to get him. Beaumont is going to get him. So up into what will be net P3 for Beaumont. What could be a brilliant day for the Mercedes. An even better day for the Jaguar. And if you're Lexus, you might start questioning a few things now because your lead, your 37-point lead in this championship is about to be wilted away. After, well, a dismal day so far in Monza. See if Bendit can brighten the mood in that camp just a little bit when he comes to pit at the end of the lap here. Bendit has been caught. Bendit has been caught by the Jaguars. Bendit's gonna have a lot of fuel, a lot less fuel to put in, so he'll make up a lot of positions on where he was. He has been caught by the Jaguars. And in comes Bendit then. Beaumont and Gus back should both be going through. They are going through now. Bendit won't have to put a lot in. 40.0 for Beaumont. He is flying. Absolutely flying right now. Cleared Gus back as well, and it's only been a lap and some change. Major's gone through. Radiate's gone through. Up to now, up to this point, Orak has gone through as well, as his two-stop has definitionally not worked. I think that's Bendit coming out in 10th. Is he going to get out ahead of that McLaren as they head down towards turn 1? He is going to get out ahead of that McLaren, but he doesn't have the same speed. The McLaren has a lot more overspeed than that Lexus does, and Bendit is out in 11th. Bendit is out in 11th right now then. He's now on fresh soft. He's got an advantage to try and get into maybe the top 8 even on Monken and Juho, who are definitely much worse tied up to this point. Imagine that ties are going to fall off quite heavily at the end of this one. Well, right now we are led by 2 Jaguars who are really not complaining of how this has gone. Well, Beaumont there in 3rd, who's cleared Gus back, and the Mercedes are doing very well. Currently in 3rd, just trying to get himself close enough to the Jaguars to really do something about it. Radiate still ahead of Orak right now, the Monken, the car after that then. Have we got any sort of fight going on? Juho is closing in on the Supra. Realistically, we can see if there's going to be anything for Juho. Down toward turn 1, through turn 1, toward turn 2 and 3. The chicane now for the Finnish driver. Can he get something done on Monken? Nope, he cannot. He's far too far away. Really make anything stick there. Bendit really hasn't made any damage on Gru either. J-Nick is way at the back now as well, even behind Ad, so he must have had an absolute mare as well. And there's nothing really going on the track on lap 19. Everyone is very much far away from each other to really make any sort of moves. Yeah, Major just going to hang on for now then. On the hards. Oh yeah, absolutely. That doesn't look great for Juho in the back of the field there. The back of the shot. Let's have a look at what happened. Him and Monken side by side. That is kicking up a lot of dirt. Not space to work with there for Juho. And again, dirt just being kicked up by the car all the way through. Gru's got a chance to go on through now, and he will. Will Bendit do the same? Bendit's going to have a shot. To the inside he goes. Bendit on the inside line. Sliding his way over the grass. Just trying to stick together. Monken into the pits now for his second stop. And Bendit still trying to go side by side here with Juho. Still trying to get himself in a position, and he has to duck back in because he just lost too much speed. And they now head round turn 1. Gru's got an advantage. A little bit of an advantage over the two of them here. But Bichetti's having a fight as well behind these two. Bendit the long way round again. Absolutely adores putting himself in awkward situations apparently in this track, as does Bendit. Chuck Norris and Bichetti going almost side by side, but nothing really going for the Ferrari there at all. Admittedly, yeah, the top speed, it should not be doing anything well here at all, the Ferrari. Which is incredible to say, given the fact that it's an Italian track, which was basically made for Ferrari. Especially in modern day anyway, but got to figure it out with the lack of the top speed here in the car currently. And Chuck Norris again, just very deep in Ascari, just cannot get that corner right at all, and the longer it goes, the more mistakes he makes, the less chance he is of getting past Bichetti here. We're about to head on to lap 21. 3 cars not that far away from each other. It's actually, we're going to have a look for 6th, 7th, and, 6th, 7th, and 5th. Radiate currently has advantage over that. Advantage of these up into 5th. The medium tyre did eventually beat out the hard tyre. Major is still going to sink down, and I think Gorak on the medium tyre should get him as well by the end of this one. Don't think anyone behind will get him. I think they're leaving it too late to really do anything now. And Juho's tyres have fallen off a cliff. Penalty for Orak, 2.5 seconds. Oh, and everything I just said about him maybe getting Major just been thrown into doubt. Two and a half. That is not good news for Orak here. We'll take it the next line. I don't know if that'll bring him close enough to Gru for Gru to really do anything about it. It's like a fairly sizable advantage right now for Orak. They cut about 4 seconds out of it. It doesn't look like Orak has dropped close enough to Gru, realistically, to actually phase him at all. Orak just going to be driving on his own for a large part of this. Gus back is into the pits. And he is two-stopping. It's not an accurate two-stop, I'll tell you that much. Wild two-stop that might drop him outside the top 10 potentially here. Pichetti and Chuck Norris are still fighting it out. What on earth is going on here for Gusback? Gusback, sorry. What has he done? Oh, I think his remote may have died. Oh, it has. His remote or his wheel of some description has died. And he just cut the line for 3 seconds and he stopped on the track. Well, rather off the track and in the wall. That is really not good news to Gus back there. Even though he had to disappear to do something. Either way, he just dropped all the way down. Now this race effectively. All the way to last. Pichetti and Chuck Norris still side by side. And Pichetti not really going for making anything work there. Chuck Norris still hanging in for the top 10 then in this one. Bendit still behind Gru and Juho in 9th, 8th, 7th, 8th and 7th there, sorry, can't count apparently. Norak has cleared Gru again by quite some distance. Radiator up ahead of Major by a distance as well. Beaumont in 3rd, not really catching the two Jaguars out in front, who are about to head on to lap 23. They still have about, 2 laps left to go of this race. Alright, Gru and Juho still fighting this out then. As we go on to lap 23 of 24. Looks like Juho looking to the inside. His tyre, they're absolutely shot. They're still going to make the end ever so slightly by the looks of things. It looks like Gru, if we go anywhere near something resembling a corner, should have advantage. And he's going to have the late braking on Juho here. Going the long way, he should go for it. Still an awkward position to be on the outside at second chicane, but it is the first chicane, sorry, but it is a required move there from Gru, to be honest with you. And Bendit is going to be in the same position here into Lesmo 2, but he isn't going for it. Into Lesmo 2, because he got an awkward Lesmo 1. He's got to go for this to Ascari. Doesn't have a choice. If he wants to get anything out of this, potentially maybe catch Gru as well, he's got to go for it now. Juho has got no tyres. There's no need to be so conservative, and he hasn't gone for it at all. Bandit, he's seriously just wasting time now. Time he could have been trying to use to catch Gru here. And now he's going a long way on Juho. He's got better tyres. He should hang this on the inside. This should be easy going. It is easy going, and Bandit's ahead of Juho finally. Are we going to get any help here from Juho to see if they can catch Gru, or is this just going to go back and forth between the two of them? It's the latter, because Juho pulls out to the inside. He's got back in front of Bandit for now. And this is going to be for once where Bandit should really go on the outside of a chicane. This should be Bandit's corner. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Something has happened, but so I'm not sure what it is. Some message just happened there from Juho, but I'm not sure what has happened. So we'll go in there. Oh, Juho, oh, he locked it. He locked it, could not get stopped, and he's reset. The car's been reset as a result. The yellow flag comes out. With that being said, we'll go toward the end. He almost lapped the car here as Mitchell. Well, it's been a really poor day for some of the drivers out on the track today. Has not been the same. Well, the same cannot be said for the Jaguars. Yellow flag coming out. And Janik, I think, has just been reset to track. And Janik has been lapped. Mitchell goes round the final corner, so will Jin. And it's a Jaguar 1-2 as Mitchell goes the double and wins both the races at Monza. Jin will get second and extends his championship lead by quite some margin. We're going to look, see if Radiate can get third. I think Janik's just finished out in 15th. A lap down. Radiate goes and gets himself third in the end. Beaumont's tyres just fell off a cliff. When did this end then? Oh, he just couldn't do Ascari. He just couldn't carry any speed for Ascari at all. We go toward the end. And Beaumont's going to have to settle for 50, and Major's got a 3-second time penalty. I wonder how that's going to affect him here then. Alright, not that far behind him, I don't think. Major in 6th, yeah. Alright, got Major. Bend it up in 7th. Well, Juho in 8th here. With Chuck Norris in 9th. Monken and... Oh, Gru's run out of fuel! Gru's run out of fuel! He's dropping like a stone! Monken will get 10th then. Ricchetti will get 11th. Will Gru even get 12th? No, he won't. Ants will roll over and get in. Gus back and finally got back into the race. Too little too late. Gru gets 13th and Gus back will drop off the back. With that being said, I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'm going to do this next one straight away. But I will see you guys in about 5 minutes time. I'll do the standings there in the 5 minutes that we lead up to starting the race. Right, in a bit.